Alrighty, we've arrived. We'll start walking around, see what this lake has to offer. Over here, we've got some birds in there. Oh, sorry, some ducks. I stand corrected. Ducks. There's a bit of a water feature further down there. Alrighty, what's this sign say? This is an on-lead area, and they want people to clean up after their dogs, which is totally understandable. Oh, got a couple of visitors out here. We've got some water birds, I think. So if we walk slowly too, we might not scare them off. Oh, there they go. And there's another one a little bit further up. I'm not sure what building this is over here. Very tall building. Maybe it was an old brick facility, brick making building, I don't know. Alrighty, so you got a seat just here if you want to sit back and enjoy the views. And there's a sign with health warnings. This water may cause ill effects to humans and animals. No direct water contact activities, it's saying. So in other words, basically they're saying stay out of the water. Okay, continue on the path. Might have to hydrate in a minute. Starting to feel a tad bit thirsty. Probably been out walking so far for the last 25 minutes. So I've got the cooler white hat on today, so hopefully that helps keep me a bit cooler today. Got the old lamp post here. It belongs to the city of Bayswater. There's even a scan thing there, barcode, by a company called Moby Coda, number 162. Alright, there's some green writing in front of me. It says dogs, no leads. I thought I did quite well to read that backwards. I think that's what it said. We'll just go with that. Alrighty. And as you can see, there's no one out on the path today. Maybe they don't want to get all hot and sweaty like this. Ah, the laughing kookaburra. I hear it in the distance. One of the most recognizable and familiar birds in Australia is the kookaburra. Alright, over here there is like a giant playground. Oh sorry, it's not a playground, it's like just a little steps and sighting viewing area. It had the appearance of a playground from the distance, but now that I can hear closer, we'll have a look. Impressive. Oh, you got the seats here and some very lovely waterfront homes. It's right up there, and there's about a zillion and one droppings on the floor here. Gross. I think that kind of ruined it a little bit, didn't it? But check out the site. And while we're here, we might actually go up on top, climb the stairs, and see if the extra 3 or 4 meters of height gives us a better view, you could say. Steps, 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 more steps. Steps, steps, steps everywhere. Wooden steps. Got a bit of a wobble to them as you walk on them. Oh, wow. Much better view. You got a black swan just down there. Looks like it's ducking for fish or something. That's where we were previously. Very cool view. Alrighty, so there's another lake right near here called Lake Brearley, I think. It's right by the foreshore, so Google Maps navigation is telling me that it is 1.4 kilometers away, I think. So I'm gonna see if we can head out there and have a look. But we've got questionable levels of battery, so whether we make it or not is another story. Alrighty. Alrighty. We need to be on the lookout for flying golf balls, as there is a golf course to my right. Hopefully won't get hit in the head with one. So can't imagine that being fun. But I'm sure it's probably happened to quite a few people, or had a couple of close calls maybe. It's a few near misses out here. Yeah. It's quite a nice path, this one. This is the kind of path that I go jogging on. This material from Subiaco to RAC Arena in Perth. So this material is a lot softer and easier on the legs and knees. So you can probably walk longer and faster and harder on these paths in comparison to harder concrete. So it's a nice mix of like maybe some gravel and rock or some different materials, but definitely a lot easier on the knees. You can just literally feel it as you're walking along. It just feels a lot more comfortable. Alright, I think we're out of danger from the golf balls that could be attacking us, which is good. So the only downside is the battery. Low battery levels. My battery levels are good, but the GoPro's camera levels, the batteries aren't too crash hot. We got the spare Enduro battery in my backpack, but that probably needs charging, because they don't seem to be holding their charges very long, the Enduro batteries. There's a nice viewing point out there. But we are on a mission to get to Lake Brearley, so I may just have to switch the camera off for now until we get there. So, feeling good. Legs are not too bad. I went for a really good 5k run last night, and I got my best time when I was doing it, so I was pretty happy about that. Not the fastest runner by any means, but yeah, I managed to do about 4.6 k's in 30 minutes, so I was happy with that. Yeah, and had one of my best. Oh, got a bit of a fright there. As much as I like snakes, oh, but I thought this was a real one. Well, it is a real one, or it was. I'm not sure what type of snake it is, but looks like it's experienced some sort of impact at where the head of it is. Maybe it was crossing the road and someone ran it over, but just goes to show there is snakes out there. But yeah, that could have easily been me getting bitten by that snake if I wasn't paying attention, but it's alright, it wasn't meant to be, so keep going on the path. All good, mate. Alrighty. That's Australia. There is snakes out there, so just gotta be as careful as you can, but sometimes snakes will just come out of nowhere. Alrighty, probably need to save some of the battery for Lake Brearley when we get there. Whew, warm out there. A little bit sweaty, but to be expected. Now, there's a path there, but I'm not sure where that goes. So I think we'll just follow this. I think we'll just follow the arrow and the man. He looks like he knows where he's going, so just follow him. We've got the navigation going, so I haven't been told otherwise where to head yet, so all good. And what about half battery levels? Doing okay. I think I've walked maybe about 4 kilometers, maybe about a kilometer to the train station, a couple of kilometers down here to the lake, and maybe a kilometer or so. Yeah, it's good to get some exercise. Good to get out of the house and get the legs moving. Alrighty, I'll be quiet now. So just on that side is Lake Brearley. So the Lake Bongana and Lake Brearley are almost pretty much connected. There's just a small body of land that divides them really. But while we're here, I'll show you guys some of the houses out here. Some nice big houses here. That's a nice looking one. So is this one. I think this might be a bit more of the upmarket end of Maylands. So it all loops around. It's part of the walk, I believe. Very nice, neat footpath. Got some well-maintained lawns, grasses over there, the properties. Another nice one, number 11 over there. Yeah, some very cool houses out here. So we will need to take a left once we get to the end of the road. So I believe the name of this street is Sopwith Elbow. It's a very interesting name for a street, to name it after your elbow. But that's the decision they made, I believe. Just there we have the black swan. It's coming to say hello. 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 Come here. Hello. Hello, black swan. Wow. How are you today? Hello. Come to say hello. How's your day been? Oh yeah, good, thanks. Oh, it's lovely to hear. Bet the water's nice and refreshing, probably. Yeah. Nice and cool for you. Oh, well, thanks for coming out saying hello. Well, yeah, don't you like being on camera? That must be your baby over there, yeah? Or not? No, that's just a duck. Alrighty, got a couple of people wanting to say hello on Darren's Aussie Adventures. Well, I'll leave you to it. See you next time. Oh, we're very friendly. More beautiful big houses. It's up here as well. Lake views. Nice houses there as well. A few water birds just in there. It's nice. Yeah, cool little walk through here. Very picturesque lake. I would say that in the evening you probably get a lot of people walking around here, but because it's still quite warm out here, that's why there's not many people out here. I'm thinking maybe it might be more busier on work weeks, days like Monday through to Friday, maybe after work. I can hear some splashing to the right of me, so it must be a house with a pool, I think. Good weather for a swim. Pity you can't swim in there, as you can see by the colour of the water and from the signs way back saying don't swim in there. But I'm sure it's probably cool and refreshing, but not a risk that one should take or would like to take. The sea breeze is a bit cool, which is nice. So good amount of exercise walking around here. Looks like we're getting closer to a main road or out that way. This just wraps right around people's houses. Just sort of just loops around as you go. See if I can film up there for you. So you can see some of their houses. Whoop, make sure I don't fall in the lake. That wouldn't be fun. A fella on his bike just up there. So, wow, really beautiful houses here. Impressive. Now, as much as I think it's cool having these big $1 million houses here, at the same time, you can't feel like it takes away from the experience a little bit. You're part in nature a little bit, but then at the same time, you've got these big giant houses that a lot of people won't ever afford. It makes you just feel a little bit like trying to connect with nature a bit, and then you got this intimidating show of like real estate to your right there. So if I had to be skeptical of something or didn't like something, I'd say that now that I've had a bit more of a thought about it, a bit more of a think about it, I don't know if I really like it that much, having these big $1 million lakefront houses there. Sure, good on to them, they've done well with their lives to afford it, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I like it as much now. At first I thought the idea was cool, but it kind of just takes away a bit from the scenic peacefulness of walking around this lake a little bit. But it is what it is. So with 7% battery, I can say that has been Lake Bungana and Lake Brewery. I think honestly I enjoyed Lake Bungana more so than Lake Brewery, but this one appears to be a little bit bigger, this lake, I think. But at least I got some exercise, so that's always good. But as always, if you're in Perth, you could always come out here and check out these lakes for yourself. So I'm not very far from Perth CBD, so I just jumped on the train from Perth and got off at Maylands train station, and then walk down here, a 2-kilometer walk down to the lakes. So yeah, something you can do if you're ever in Perth, and yeah, enjoy it if you do. Until next time. Afternoon, testing, 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, today we're on the way to Lake Bungana. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Lake Bungana Reserve out in Maylands. So I've just caught the train from Subiaco train station, and I'm just currently walking down quite a long road. I think it's going to be about 2-kilometer walk, so about 20 minutes, give or take, depends how long. And yeah, just go for a trek around there and check out the lake, see what it's like. So it's been a while since I've done a lake walk around, so looking forward to this. So yeah, nice day today. Head down to Maylands very often. So Maylands is a suburb of Perth. Oop, got some instructions. I've got Google Maps in my headphones going. Alrighty, so I've just got to cross over here, I believe. Come on, car. Oh, I'm right to go. So yeah, basically it's about a 2-kilometer walk to get to the lake reserve. So it's been a while since I've done a lake reserve video, so just see how it goes, see what kind of plants, flora, fauna is out there, and see if we can get some nice shots of the river. Quite warm today out in Perth. It's gotten to about 36 degrees or so. It's starting to cool off a little bit now. It was about 32 degrees at the moment. Alrighty, I'm just going to check Google Maps for a moment. Oh, actually I don't need to. I've got instructions here. Turn right onto Kathleen Avenue. We can do that. This is it, Kathleen Avenue here. So you got the media mod on, which is good. Cancel out some of the wind noises. It's a fair bit of wind out here, especially as the sea breeze has picked up this time of the day. So there's a lot of apartments out here as well. Just take the hat off because it's getting blown away a bit. So yeah, so you can see the position of the sun out there. So it's currently about 4:30 or so. Well, might head onto the footpath, seeing there is one. Just over to the right there, or my right, there's quite a lot of apartments. Number 23 Kathleen, number 31. So this whole street, just all the way down there, appears just to be apartment blocks. I think it says Aspen Residential. So very oldish looking buildings, almost look like they would have been built possibly sometime in the 1960s or so, judging by the style and the bricking. So it seems to just bend all the way down there. It's very interesting. You don't see that many large apartment complexes like that these days in Perth, especially a lot of so many smaller leveled ones compared to the high-rise ones. And it seems to just end there, I believe. Well, you can see the effects of summer. All the grass there is just completely dry and dried up and grey. So it's been a while since more apartments. It's been a while actually since we've had some rain. So yeah, but over here they must have, you can see, reticulation system. So the grass here is a bit more greener. Yeah, lots and lots of apartments. And then got some more apartment blocks just here as well. Oh, there's quite a steep little hill here. Alrighty. So across the road there, we've got the Maylands Peninsula Public Golf Course. And further down this road here, I believe, is the Maylands Police Complex. So it could be about a kilometre away, 500 metres. Not too sure because the phone is in the backpack and I'm currently using navigation to guide myself down to the lake reserve. So quiet Sunday afternoon. Most people are either in their cars or inside because it's still kind of warm at the moment. It's about 32 degrees still. So we're in the midst of summer in Perth and it's not too warm, but warm enough to stop people going out and whatnot. But maybe once it cools down a little bit, maybe around 6:30 or so, you might see a few more people out walking, whether with their friends, families, or taking their dog out. But I would just think that a lot of people maybe just relaxing at home, as most people do on Sundays. What do you like to do on a Sunday? Maybe you could comment down below. Alrighty, in the distance, looks like a phone booth. Probably right down there, maybe 300 meters away. You can tell with the pink coloring on top, it almost looks like a Telstra phone box. You don't see very many of them anymore, just because so many people have mobile devices these days. But yeah, interesting. Well, maybe we're getting close to the park and hear the birds going. Can't be too much further now, I think. Now I bought myself a bottle of water just up at the shops. Nice cold 600ml bottle of water. So Slight right to stay on Peninsula Road. Alright, so this must be it here, I think. Alrighty. Now these are the apartments, Aspen Residential, that I was telling you about. From the other side of the road. So with my limited remaining amount of battery, thought I'd film it for you. If you're interested to have a look at these apartments. Apologies about the sun if it's getting in your eyes there, but many apartments. Ground floor, first floor, second floor. Now,